Well, ladies and gentlemen, it was only a matter of time. Good old Ncuti Gatwa's Doctor Who latest season has now been released and started off with a show for the title called Space Babies and the Devil's Cord. And apparently, these two episodes are the lowest ratings for Doctor Who in recent memory.
Merry Christmas.
What the hell is that?
Yes, ladies and gentlemen, good old Ncuti Gatwa, the same doctor that decided to tell people that number one, the show is not for them. Number two, if you are white, you are mediocre. Number three, if you don't like it, don't watch it. Which, by the way, that number three one, that's the one that tends to screw over TV shows the most. But apparently Ncuti Gatwa is unaware of this, and he completely nuked any chance Doctor Who had by simply going on a tirade online before the show even came out. So let's get into this article, guys, from Fandom Pulse. But of course, before we do, if you are new here, just consider hitting that subscribe button. I would greatly appreciate it, and like the video to push us out into that YouTube algorithm. It says Ncuti Gatwa Doctor Who posts record low ratings with Space Babies and the Devil's Cord. I mean, I saw this picture going around online, and I gotta tell you, I'm very happy I'm not a Doctor Who fan. I mean, I really don't know how else to say it other than that. I'm seeing all the Doctor Who fans that I personally know review this TV show, and I feel bad for them. I can see the utter rage that they have when they review this show and talk about it. I can see the heartbreak that they have because what they know as Doctor Who in the prior is not quite what it is anymore. It says Doctor Who's overnight ratings are out for Space Babies and the Devil's Cord, and they mark the lowest ratings for Doctor Who episodes ever, faring far worse than even Ncuti Gatwa's prior record low in the Church on Ruby Road special. This follows a press tour from Gatwa and showrunner Russell T Davies. The lead up to a press tour to Doctor Who's Season 1 premiere has been tumultuous to say the least. The crew first revealed that the show would be a slap in the face to longtime British fans by premiering at primetime hours in the United States for the Disney Plus audience and in the middle of the night for British viewers. While there were grumbles on the internet, most of the media didn't pick up this story, which marked a change in Doctor Who's tradition, much like everything else about the show. So it seems like it is a conventional, obvious British thing, right? Doctor Who. But now that Disney is heavily involved in this, it seems like they're trying to make this into something that's meant for the US primarily and not for the British primarily, even though it was always a British thing primarily. But now it just seems like it's taking a 180. And you can pretty much see the influence that's happening when something gets Disneyfied, right? Like when something is taken over by Disney, what ends up happening? All the most fakest, superficial diversity, equity, and inclusion starts to interject itself in everything about the TV show. And let's be real, Russell T Davies is the kind of person that's all for that kind of stuff. If you know anything about Russell T Davies, you will know that they are the kind of person that Disney would want to latch onto because they'll do anything that Disney says, especially when it has to do with the fakest, most superficial versions of ESG. It says Russell T Davies made it clear that the show would be an ode to identity politics in his several interviews with his now infamous smug talking point, "If you're not writing that in 2024, what on earth are you doing? I think our rights are in danger. I'm talking as someone who lived through gay liberation, all the way through the AIDS crisis, all the way through the freedoms that we have now. I can see them spinning and being endangered. So there's no choice in this. And if the most exciting and entertaining action adventure show on television can also do that, I think that's wonderful. I think it is a far stretch to call this the most exciting and entertaining action adventure show on television. I think you are completely drinking the Kool-Aid if you believe that, but I guess, hey, it is what it is, right? Then it says Ncuti Gatwa gave several interviews leading up to the program, paving the way for a failure. Now, I've spoken about this when it comes to X-Men 97, okay? And the reason why I felt as if X-Men 97 failed, even though a lot of people were praising it once they watched it. And the reason why is quite simply, they are shooting themselves in the foot before the show even comes out. And Doctor Who did the same exact thing by not shutting up Ncuti Gatwa, by not shutting up Russell T Davies. They went on a completely leftist-controlled identity politics tirade that turned off so many people. Like, look at the numbers. The numbers do not lie. They do not lie. David Tennant numbers versus Ncuti Gatwa numbers. Even Jodie Whittaker is pulling similar, if not slightly better numbers than Ncuti Gatwa. So what does that tell you? For the pea-sized brain person, they're going to say, well, that clearly means racism. Like, no, you idiot. That's what happens when you attack half of your potential client base before a product, or in this case, a TV show, is even released. You clearly made it, like, you made it clear to everyone that whether they are racist or not, it doesn't matter. If they don't shill for leftist identity politics, then you don't want them to watch your show. And guess what? All of those people, racist or not, said, you know what? I don't got to watch it then. It is what it is. I can move on. There's so many different things available on TV right now that the last thing I need in my life is Doctor Who. I don't need it to survive. So yeah, if you don't want me to watch it, that's fine. I will give you, your terms are acceptable, basically. I'll give you what you want. Then it says viewers did exactly as Ncuti Gatwa commanded them, seeing them completely indifferent to both space babies, an episode that appears to be wrapped about a pro-abortion message, shocker by the way, with the entire point of its lecture viewers on it, and The Devil's Chord, which featured a hard-to-watch transgender person followed by a very gay song and a dance routine to end this show in the style of Glee, something that doesn't fit Doctor Who at all. It's amazing to me that anytime they want to introduce a black male lead, suddenly things have to get either musical or ultra gay or both, right? Like, they seem to want to push this more on non-white people. I don't know why that is. It kind of goes back to that conspiracy of black people in dresses with Hollywood, right? It's an interesting subject that, you know, deserves more discussion than in an 8-minute video, but still, I just find it very weird. Ratings for the overnight of Space Babies was 2.6 million and The Devil's Chord 2.4 million, marking the lowest premieres for Doctor Who ever. Congratulations, Ncuti Gatwa. You sure told them. You sure stuck it to those white people, though, that white mediocrity, those people who clearly Doctor Who was never made for them. You sure stuck it to them, where now you have to be known as the worst doctor in history. You even let Jodie Whittaker beat you, and that says a lot. It says, as a contrast, Jodie Whittaker's first episodes of her final season, which was the prior low marker for Doctor Who posted 4.43 million and 3.96 million respectively, nearly double what Ncuti Gatwa era brought in for its beginning. Its beginning! Oh my god. This is just amazing to me, ladies and gentlemen. And you know what? I'm here for it. I'm here for it. I like seeing absolute shitty people like Ncuti Gatwa get what's coming to them. I love it. I love to see the lack of success. I love to see the abysmal ratings. I love to see failure having to be admitted publicly because the numbers are posted publicly for this show. I love this. We need more of this. If you are going to shill for absolute racist ideology, and that's exactly what Ncuti Gatwa was doing, then we need to make sure that the numbers follow suit. And 9 times out of 10, they do follow suit for the most part. Even when a show is praised after it was initially hated, like X-Men 97, the numbers still aren't there to support a grand viewership. You know what I mean? So we're seeing the prime example of what happens when you abandon the fan base that loved you in the first place. They gave you everything you are co-opting right now. You would be nothing without the initial fan base that got you there in the first place. And what did you do? You shit on them the entire time, and they told you to essentially now go fuck yourself. So anyway, guys, thank you so much for watching this video. I hope you did enjoy it. If you did, consider leaving me a subscribe. I would greatly appreciate it. Don't forget to like the video, comment, let me know what you thought, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Hypnotic out.